Hey guys, this is already Techy, and welcome to a new episode of TechyTips. On this episode, I'm going to be covering how to use OBS to become a YouTuber, to capture your gameplay, to capture your desktop if you want to do tutorials like I'm doing right now. And the reason I'm doing this is a subscriber of mine who just had his birthday today is interested in becoming a YouTuber, so I thought I'll show him the ropes, see what it's up. So on that note, happy birthday, Chad. I hope you have a great birthday, and let's just jump right into this tutorial. Alright, so what you're seeing right now is OBS, in fact, running normally. It has a theme and color on it, but I'll show you that too. But to start off, what you need is to download it if you don't have it. So if you go to obsproject.com, which here you can do the download. Now once you have the download done, what you need to do is run through the installer, and then you will have an app that'll open up to this. So I've had to actually change to a different program to record this, so I've just got that booted up. So when you start off, you're not gonna have anything here, and you're not gonna have anything here. So to do that, the first thing you need to do is press that plus and do a scene. So if you want a gaming scene, you just gotta type that, and then the sources is basically anything OBS will capture of your computer visually. Like if it's if you want OBS to show your game, you're gonna have to do game capture. If you want OBS to show maybe something like let's see, an image, you need to add that as an image. If you wanted to show the desktop, you need to add that as a desktop. So what I'm doing right now is gonna just add a, let's call it desktop capture, display capture. Display capture is when you want to show your desktop, basically what you're looking at. Game capture is to capture a specific game. So if I do game capture, because we did do gaming scene, it's gonna ask me to create, and you won't have anything here, so just create any name you can give. You can give it Roblox if you plan on just using it for Roblox, and then you go here and you click OK, and this shows up. Now, once you boot up Roblox, which is very important, or any game you want to capture, you're going to go into here, click on to capture specific window. Sometimes it won't detect, and then you have to select the window of Roblox. Now, the things you're seeing here are just stuff that's already on there, but what you need is just what you want to use. So if you have Roblox, you got to find the Roblox in the list of the window, and then select it, and then go OK. Sometimes it won't show up right away, so you just got to let the game settle in and then come back to it, and it should usually work. Now, in case it still doesn't work that way, what you can do is click Add, go to Window Capture, and then add it, and then do the same thing. So it'll give you the same options. Now, if I do, like, there you go, poison gift. That'll capture a poison gift. But anyways, that is the idea. So that's the quick rundown on scenes and sources. Now, once you have that set up, what you ideally want is to not use display capture for games. Display capture should be for tutorials like this one. And I would be using it if I didn't have to switch between scenes, because if I use OBS to record an OBS tutorial, it'll just end up with blank screen for a lot of you for most of the time. So what I've done is used a separate app that's very lightweight, and just wanted to use it for this instance. So once you have your sources set up, once you have your gaming scene set up, you should open up your settings. Now when you go to your settings, you're gonna have a lot of stuff here. Don't worry about it. Go to your output, go to your recording, and make sure these are all what you need. And FLV is good if you're ever at risk of getting shut down unexpectedly or something like that, because even if your recording crashes midway, it saves half of that recording. Now if you switch to MP4, it's more lighter, I believe, but it won't let you save halfway. So if you crash mid-recording, you lose the entire clip. So I like to have it on FLV, and then what I do is go to File, Remix Recordings, and if I want to just remix it, what I'll do is just hit the file here, any file, whatever record. These are FLV files. I'll open them, I'll hit remix, and it becomes an MP4, because most video editors prefer MP4s to FLVs. So if you're editing a video on DaVinci Resolve or something like that, or some sort of movie maker, more chances are that they'll be happier to take MP4 than FLV. Now we're going on to the next bit of the settings. Now this is blank for you, but it won't be, because I've disabled preview. If I enable preview, you'll see that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, plenty stuff. This is very weird looking. Anyways, so if I go to settings now, it'll open up settings and you can see it in front of you. And again, go to output, recording, we did that. Now we're gonna go to video, and this, it won't be the same for you. I'm guessing you'll have a 1920 1080p base canvas resolution. I would recommend knowing how, depending on what your connection is and stuff, just to upload on 720p. So what you want to do is, I can't change it now because now I am using OBS, but if you can change it to 1280 x 720. Once you type in 1280, it'll fill up the rest. And then FPS, I know people love 60 FPS, but 30 FPS is pretty enough, I would say. Now if you go to the stream settings, never mind, sorry. That's for streaming. But if you go here, you can select I don't know if this is actually where you select your bitrate, but bitrate, what basically bitrate means is how much kilobits each second uses. So if you want to have a smaller file size, you want to reduce that, but the less you go, the less quality you'll get. So it's like a trade-off. 5,000 I believe is okay. I looked up the recommended YouTube thing. If you're at 30 FPS for 720p, 5,000 is perfect. It's 5,000 Mbps, because 5 Mbps, which is 5,000 kbps. So this is this setting should work fine. You might have different encoder. If you don't have, and make sure it's an H.264 or an X.264, depending on what you have, because it's the better, less heavy encoder, because you will have some toll on your PC when you're running OBS, because you're running the OBS and the game that it's recording. But OBS is great because it uses very little of your PC, so you'll have more of your PC for the game. So you should be all right with an OBS instance running while you're recording your game. So that is basically the settings. I don't think I've missed anything. I'm not sure, because I haven't used OBS to record YouTube videos in a long time. Now, if I do enable and disable preview, it'll do that. And here, in case you want, if you have a different mic, it'll usually pick it up, I believe. But what you can do there is go to settings again, go to audio, and then pick up which your device is. So you have a webcam or whatever you have. So if you select that, it'll do that. And then hit apply, go for it, and then you'll do it. Now, depending on how your audio quality is and what mic you're using, you might want to use filters in OBS. So the best way to do that is to go to filters, select your mic, select it, and go to filters, and then you'll have a bunch of stuff. Now all this will depend on your mic. So noise gate is what I would just suggest right at the start because it's very simple to use. Noise gate basically cuts off any sound less than a point. So this works with my mic. It might not work with yours, but basically have this sort of a design and play with it so that you don't have any fan noises, any background noises, or anything of the sort come up. And the rest, I think, is a little more advanced. We could probably take through in the next tutorial if you guys want more detailed look at OBS. But the only reason I'm doing this is so if anyone, like Chad, if anyone wants to start becoming a YouTuber, start streaming on Twitch with OBS, that's not covered here, but still, it starts using OBS. It's a basic, fundamentally covered tutorial. That is the only idea I had for this one. I hope I was clear enough. I'm not sure because I haven't had that experience of looking at OBS for the first time ever for a long time. So I'm not sure if I missed something that's very crucial. If I did, please let me know in the comments and I'll address it. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comments and I'll address that. But that's going to be it for this Techie Tips. I hope you all have a great day. And once again, Chad, happy birthday. Hope you have a lot of fun making videos on YouTube. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.